What's going on, FitFam? In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through some of my favorite exercises for body weight ab training. The great thing about training abs is you can actually target them really effectively with nothing more than just your body weight. So follow along with me. I'm going to show you 7 different exercises you can do to really sculpt and define your abs from home. So let's get into it. All right, so the first exercise is going to be a lying leg raise. So we're going to lay down on the ground, nice straight body, and then keeping your legs straight, you're simply lifting them up into the air, lowering them back down, not letting them touch the ground, and then lifting them back up. So all the way, almost touching the ground, and then bringing it all the way back up. And even just after a few, you should already be really feeling it, especially in your lower abs, which is nice because your lower abs can be a difficult area to hit. So this exercise really does that for you. So next exercise is going to be a variation of this one. It's actually going to be a single leg lying leg raise. So same position, laying down, but this time you're gonna cross one leg over top of the other, and you're gonna lift that leg up and bring it back down, not let it touch the ground, and repeat. So it's essentially the same, but just doing it one leg at a time actually makes it even more difficult. Okay, let's even it out. We're gonna bring the opposite leg over top of the other, and we're gonna repeat. Nice straight legs. I even like to point my toes like a ballerina. Helps me keep my legs straight. All right, the next exercise we're gonna do is gonna be a really tough one, not only for our abs, but also for our shoulders as well. And that's gonna be a low plank to a high plank. So I'm just gonna flip over my yoga mat here so that I have a little extra cushion, because you're gonna want it for your elbows. So the way that this one works is you get into a low plank position and then push up off of one arm, bring the other arm up, and so you're in a high plank now, and then lower down, okay? So let's see it in full motion. And yeah, this really activates your core a lot, but it's also working your shoulders at the same time. So it's a really good body weight compound movement. And it's also a good idea to alternate which arms you're starting on, just so that it can be a little bit more even. All right, the next exercise is one of my favorites. It's super effective. It doesn't look that difficult, but it's actually pretty challenging, and that is Flutter Kicks. So you're gonna put your hands just out at the side of your butt, lean back a little bit, and then keeping your legs as straight as you can, you're gonna be flutter kicking them, as the name suggests, like a pair of scissors. And you're just gonna repeat this for however long you're doing the exercise for. I recommend 30 seconds at least, if not 45 seconds. This one's not too technical, nothing you really need to know much about. You just keep those legs as straight as you can and repeat. All right, the next exercise is also gonna be sitting on our butt, and this is gonna be a seated in and out. So we're gonna get into a boat position, which is like this, and then you're extending back, bringing yourself down as low as you can, keeping your legs straight, and then tucking back up as much as you can and repeating. And yeah, I mean, this requires all the stability to be in your core, so it's super effective. All right, the last 2 exercises are gonna be focused a little bit more on our obliques, which is kind of the part of your abs that's on the side. And the more developed your obliques become, the more shredded you're gonna look all around, because when you start to get those cuts and lines up in here, it looks really awesome. All right, the first one is gonna be a twisting mountain climber. So you're gonna come into a full plank position, and then you're gonna bring the opposite knee to the opposite elbow and twist, really trying to touch the knee to the elbow as much as you can, and repeating on the opposite side. So a little tip for you is I actually like to repeat on the same side for as many reps as I can, and then switch to the other side. I just find that it helps you hit whatever side you're working on a little bit better and just overload the muscles more. All right, the last exercise we're gonna do is actually currently my favorite ab exercise of all, and that is star crunches. If you've been doing any of my videos, you definitely would have seen these by now, because I love them. So you're gonna lay down like a star, and then you're gonna take the opposite hand to the opposite foot and just try and touch them together before coming back down. And like the other exercise, you're gonna repeat all on one side before you go over to the other side. So I usually am able to get out about 10 reps or so on one side before I need to switch over to the other. Because after a fair few reps of these, your abs are gonna be begging for mercy. All right, there you have it, FitFam. Those are some of my favorite at-home body weight only ab exercises. And as you can see, they are super effective at getting the job done, overloading those ab muscles, and really sculpting those sexy lines right where you want them. So to make your own ab at-home workout, you can take any of these exercises. I would recommend at least 5, if not all 7, and do them in a HIIT style. So for example, if you're more of a beginner, I would recommend doing it for 30 seconds on, followed by 30 seconds off. Or if you're a bit more advanced or you're up for a challenge, then I would recommend going up to 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, which is going to be very challenging but very effective. Then after you've completed one circuit, rest for 1 minute and repeat the entire circuit for at least 2 more times, which means that you're doing 3 circuits total, and even as much as 4 if you're up for the challenge. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next Fit Tip with Nomadic Fitness. Keep crushing.